Hello, everybody. I'm assuming you can hear me, but I've been fooled before, so just let me know if you can hear me okay. And yes, so I did a lot more on my dragon. I know I said I was going to stream the other day, but it's been quite busy, so I just keep sitting down every 5 minutes and doing some. But I thought I would show you the progress. I'm sorry, I don't know how to get the camera clearer. I even paid for higher definition, but it's still blurry. So I apologise for that. So yeah, I did the base, which I attempted to do like a snowy base, but it didn't quite come out how I imagined, but it's good enough for a first attempt. And yeah, so I added a few more coats, did another airbrush with some white. And now what I want to do is add a little bit of definition with the dry brush in. And I don't have anything to seal it with, so I'll have to wait and get some of that. But before we start doing that, because this is going to be a very quick and short stream, I thought I wanted to show you this absolutely awesome mug, tankard, stein, I don't know what you call it, that my son bought me. And hopefully you'll be able to see it properly. Yeah, it's got coffee in it at the minute. I'm not really sure you're supposed to have coffee in it. I think it's more for decoration purposes, but I thought for today, show you this awesome dragon mug. I would have my coffee in it. So, excuse me while I slurp that. And there was another subject I wanted to approach just before we start, because this really won't take very long. The name change. I've been asked a couple of questions. One, why am I not Ice Queen anymore? Well, that's quite simple. I didn't used to be Ice Queen. I used to be Through the Fog. And then I decided to rebrand and start a new channel as Ice Queen, because I wanted to have sort of more fun, more live streams, more chatting with everybody and just having fun. Kind of that era passed now, and I want to go back to being me. And whereas my Through the Fog was talking more about my neurological disorder and trying to help people with depression and chronic illness, I have always had an interest in doing like craft things. And I stopped that for a while I was Ice Queen, and it never really felt quite like me. I always felt like I was pretending to be somebody that I wasn't. So I decided, rebrand, go back to being me, and with a difference, the real me. And hence that comes to the point 2 I wanted to make. People keep asking, if your name's Caroline, why are you changing your name to Kate? Well, simple answer to that too. My entire life, ever since the day I was born, I have had 2 names. And the real reason for that is I don't actually know, but I'm led to believe that my older sister couldn't say Caroline, so she used to say Kay. And that got adapted into Kate and Katie. So my family, friends, close friends, old school friends, anywhere up till about the age of 20, 25, possibly even longer, call me Kate or Katie, unless I'm in trouble, and then I get called Caroline. But on my birth certificate, my name is Caroline, so I tend to give out that name as, I've grown into adulthood. Some of you may be aware that my ex-husband came to visit a couple of weeks ago. You're done with your biscuit. I'm very pleased, John, and I hope you didn't burn your tongue. So yeah, and he was calling me Katie because that's what everybody, calls me. But it's a long time since I actually heard that. And it kind of made me feel a little homesick, I think is the right word. Because although, my parents and everyone still call me Kate, majority of people in my life don't. They call me Caroline. And so I decided, no, I'm going to rebrand back to who I am. Crafty person, meant in the nicest possible way, and back to my name, which technically isn't my name, but it is the name that I am most familiar with. So, yes, my name is Caroline officially on birth certificates and everything else. But if you are a really good friend of mine and you know me well, you will know me as Kate or Katie. Therefore, we have rebranded. We're not hiding that we were Ice Queen. We're just becoming more natural. That said and done, let's get on with some painting. Hopefully that's cleared things up for a lot of people, because I'm fully aware that people like to make up their own reasons for things. While I'm not hiding that I'm Ice Queen, I'm not pretending to be somebody different. I'm actually being the real me. So welcome to the real me. And thank you all for coming and watching me probably mess this up. Right, what I want to do is, let me show you. I've tried to do like the darker shadows, and I wish you could see this because it looks so much better in person, in purple. But I think I've kind of brushed over that a little bit too much. So I'm going to just dry brush a little bit more dark shadows, dark purple, in some of the darker areas. And then I want to try and brighten up the light blue with a dry brush of white. And that is pretty much all I'm going to do with this, unless anybody here, because I know you are all very artistic, and Jeremy Burt, I need to see your picture when it's done, so we'll have to sort something out. And you are more than welcome to come on stream with me one day and do some art and work. I would love to have you on doing that, if you're still here. Right, down to dry brushing. I don't know what I'm doing, but let's give it a go. So I've got some old paintbrushes, a little bit of blue, a little bit of red, and we're going to make a nice purpley colour. And then we're going to wipe it all off. Let's start somewhere where it won't show very much and see how we're... Can you see? I noticed last time you couldn't really see what I was doing. Oh, you've posted it on your channel. Oh gosh, I haven't actually looked. I will check that out. Jeremy Burt's never sleeps. I usually get notifications for your channel, Jeremy. It's a bit difficult now that I'm not on Twitter. So if anyone wants to share this on Twitter, I'd be quite grateful. But, oh, do you know, seriously, I just so fed up with all the drama farming. Can't be bothered with it. I don't know. Can you guys see? I have to say, Katie's a lot more productive than Ice Queen ever was. You prefer your sanity or not on Twitter? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't get involved in any of the drama, but it's just seeing it, isn't it? It just comes up on your feed and it's there and it's just like depressing. And I'm a bit of an addict. When I wake up in the morning, I never want to get straight up. So I'm checking messages that I never have. I'm checking anything. And then you go down a rabbit hole and it's just the most depressing thing ever. I mean, I gave up Facebook a long time ago before it got even as bad as it is now. Because I was just fed up with everybody posting all the stuff about how wonderful life is. And you think, well, I spoke to you yesterday and you were saying how terrible it was. I just don't like anything that's fake. You know, just good or bad. Tell it like it is. You're not an artist. You enjoy the painting streams. They're peaceful. Well, I do too. I like watching people do their art stuff. It gives me ideas. Not that I can do what they do, but it still gives me ideas. Gives me hopes. Although to be fair, I've been watching so many YouTube videos in the last week or so on D&D building terrain. I've gone and bought myself a great huge piece of insulating foam just so I can build a tavern that I really don't need. I need to build a library, if anything. I've written my own very short campaign, which I'm quite pleased with. It's based on the original, well, I say the original D&D. I used to absolutely love the books. Tracy Hickman and Margaret Wise, the Dragonlance series. I literally ate those up. And so it's kind of based on Kryn and that. And it's quite good, but it takes place, starts in a tavern and then sort of like moves to a enchanted library. How's this looking, guys? Does it look any different? Probably not. It does look different to me. I think maybe under his chin. A little bit. His paint's already dried out. It's very warm in this house, but it's actually really cold outside. We had some nice warm weather over the weekend, and it's kind of tricked us all. Okay. I think now my son wanted me to put a couple of different coloured scales on, so I might actually give that a go. So it's not so uniform. And the paint doesn't seem to be sticking terribly well now. Yeah, I think maybe in my next dragon I'll do that. I definitely want to do another dragon. Definitely. Right, let's do some white now. I did give it a quick going over with the airbrush on white because I thought it was too blue. It's still quite blue. Hopefully. Lighten it up a little bit. Can't even see if anything's happening. Hey, Chris. Sorry, guys, I'm concentrating on my painting. It's good to see you, Chris. I mean, I am well, thank you. I am well, kind of. Can't get rid of this stupid cold, whatever it is, just keeps lingering, lingering, lingering. But it's not stopping me. It's just annoying. I am so happy to see all of you, to be honest. I never know when I stream, if even anyone's going to show up. It's not like I really talk to people. I hope you're doing all right, though, Chris. I say it's a long time since I've actually spoken to you. Can anyone? I wish it wasn't so blurry. I don't know how I can change that. Because I think his face is absolutely so cute. What I'll probably do is I'll take some nicer photos and post them in the community area. You can actually see them. So I'm just kind of semi-dry brushing some highlights on now. We did the shadows, now we're doing some highlights. I don't want to sound like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm copying what the people on the YouTube videos I've watched say, just so you know. But I'm trying to learn. You don't even have a microphone on your computer, John. You're a nightmare. Oh, thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. She says, I've done a lovely job with the shading and the colours. Thank you. I've really tried hard. This is the first, other than little tiny models that I haven't even finished, it's the first time I've actually done a big project like this. And I'm really pleased with it. I mean, no, it's no professional work, but for my first attempt, I'm actually pretty pleased with it. But I run the risk of doing too much. I think we should probably know when to stop, shouldn't we? But what I am going to do is a little bit more white, maybe a touch of blue. Is that right? And I'm going to go over that snowy thing. Nope, no mic either. I think John really does have a camera and mic, but what it is he's so lovely. He knows if he comes on camera or talks, everybody's just going to want to spend all their time with him. So it's best, that he doesn't do it. Is that right, John? You're just worried you'll have all the girls following you. If anyone knows how to do like snow without buying anything, be pleased to know, because I might have to do a snowy terrain just for this dragon to live on. But the next thing I'm going to be doing is building a tavern. I've drawn the plans out. I've got the foam. Darn it, cat, car, ice cream. You forgot through the fog. Don't give away all my secrets. It's because I know what a lovely person you are, John. Well, I think until I get some varnish or whatever, that we're going to call that a day. Let's see if we can. Let's see if I can get this stupid camera to work. It's so annoying because, well, obviously I can see it clearly. I'm right in front of it. But actually, no, I might have to do just a tiny bit more. See, I'm terrible. I think these little feathery, spiky bits just need a little bit of brightening up. Yeah, that's better. Right. So we have the inside of the wings. I actually really like his face, and it's very annoying that you don't. I'm not too bad myself. No, I'm not too bad. So there we go. That completes my dragon. I did say it was going to be a short stream, didn't I? It's only been 20 minutes. So I can tell you about my next project. While I'm drinking my coffee, excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to build. I've got some foam, and I'm going to build some terrain, some like building block kind of things, and then turn that into a tavern. So I will be making over the next few weeks little tables, little chairs, a bar. Oh, thank you, Chris. And John says, my art would never match what was in my head. You're doing much better than I could. You have no idea what was in my head. This is nothing like what was in my head. Actually, to be fair, it's closer than I thought it would be to what was in my head. And well, Chris, hopefully I'll do a lot more of these streams now. Hopefully, life does tend to get in the way sometimes, but yeah. So I will be making over the next few weeks a tavern, just like the building, and we'll be making miniature tables and chairs to go in it. We'll be making with clay. I've got some oven baked clay, so we'll be making lots of fruit and veg and bread and chicken and I don't know, whatever you find in a tavern. So we'll be making that, and then we'll put it all together, and that's pretty much what we're going to do. So I hope that you come and watch that as well. It might not be of interest to you, but I don't know, it's fun to hang out, and it's lovely to see you, Chris and John, and those others that are watching that aren't talking, and Jeremy Burt's. And I'm going to end this stream now, and I'm going to go straight to Jeremy Burt's channel and have a look at his fantastic artwork. It is fun and peaceful. I like it. I like it. And if anybody ever wants to join me on panel and to keep up with the chat and just chat along with me, you're more than welcome. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sorry you didn't get to see most of me doing it, but I was literally just every half hour or so just sit down and add a little bit. Thanks once again. Great to see you all, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bow.